Now, it's the Congress party which has pulled up Shashi Tharoor for deviating from the party line, while the grand old party is demanding that Prime Minister Modi should break his silence with regards to the assertions being made by US President Donald Trump about the role of the United States in facilitating and making sure that there were talks between India and Pakistan. So this was done by the US. This is the claim being made by Donald Trump. Shashi Tharoor, in fact, in multiple interviews, has praised the government for handling the crisis and executing Operation Sindoor so efficiently. Sources have told India Today there was a meeting where senior Congress leaders and the party General Secretary Jairam Ramesh referred to Tharoor's statement and said they were in deviance with the party line, while insisting that this was directed at all the leaders and not a specific person. The Congress leader also said that the party gives a lot of freedom to the leader, but there is a feeling that Shashi Tharoor this time has crossed the Lakshman Rekha.
So listening to you, I get a sense that you're giving Narendra Modi and his government 10 on 10 or 9.5 on 10 for both the way they conducted Operation Sindoor, handled the Pahalgam attack, and even handle the world diplomatically. There are others who are questioning, even in your own party, whether Mr. Modi has allowed Kashmir to get internationalized, whether to allow an American president to announce a ceasefire between India and Pakistan is setting a dangerous precedent. Am I to understand that you're giving 9.5 or 10 out of 10 to Prime Minister Modi, which is unusual, remember, for an opposition leader to do so?
Randeep, it's not my place to award marks to anybody, let alone my betters, let alone the head of our government. So I'm not awarding any marks for anybody. All I'm saying right now is I believe that the matters that were under our control, namely how to conduct this operation, including its naming it, its presentation of it, the information briefings, all that were very well done. If you ask me whether Mr. Trump announcing this ceasefire was a good idea, it was a terrible idea. But if you're implying that we could have controlled it, or that perhaps a chief minister from another, a prime minister from another party could have controlled Mr. Trump better, well, I'm very happy to wish you good luck in doing that, Rajdeep. I think this is a gentleman who escapes such easy control. And therefore, I don't know whether it's entirely appropriate to score political points off Mr. Trump's shoulders, because Mr. Trump is Mr. Trump. And I don't think anybody in any foreign country is able to control what he does and how he does it. All I can say is that India has to make it very clear to the world, to Mr. Trump, to the Pakistanis, and to the Indian public, whether we're going to do what Mr. Trump implies we're going to do. And I think it's already become very clear we're not. We're not going to give the Pakistanis the benefit of a negotiation that they have done nothing to earn. We're not going to give them the privilege of sitting across the table with them as a reward for their having killed 26 civilians in Pahalgam and a further 22 in Poonch and sent 59 to hospital as well. Their behavior has been egregious, to say the least, and we're not going to be talking lovey-dovey with the Pakistanis for a long time to come. As far as the question of rehyphenation and internationalization and so on, let somebody try and get us to talk to the Pakistanis, and we'll tell them exactly why we won't. I think we can't judge international affairs on the basis of one Truth Social post or one headline. We have to look at a pattern of behavior. We have to look at what follows next.
वो उनकी राय है. जब थरूर साहब बोलते हैं वो पार्टी की राय नहीं होती है. वो उनकी राय है. जब थरूर साहब बोलते हैं वो पार्टी की राय नहीं होती है.
My colleague Amit Bharadwaj is now joining me on the story. Amit, from what we can understand at the moment, it will be very difficult for Shashi Tharoor to explain himself going forward, because very clearly the statement coming in from the General Secretary of the Congress Party, Jairam Ramesh, that this is a personal statement made in personal capacity by Shashi Tharoor. This is not what the Congress Party thinks about the entire Operation Sindoor.
Aishwarya, in fact, what we are given to understand through our sources is that yesterday when the Congress Party's top brass had come into a huddle to discuss the issue related to India-Pakistan escalation, the way this entire tension unfolded, the ceasefire, the conditions of ceasefire on which it was, the ceasefire were declared, and Donald Trump's recent statements in regards to India-Pakistan escalation as well as Kashmir issue. So the Congress Party top brass was in a meeting yesterday, And what we are given to understand through our sources is that in this particular meeting, Shashi Tharoor was in fact questioned about the kind of statements that he had given ever since this escalation happened, more so after the announcement of the ceasefire. If you look at the statement of the Congress party, official stand of the Congress party, they want to know as to under which circumstances this ceasefire was declared, what were the conditions which have been put, whether it is an unconditional ceasefire, as well as the kind of statements that have come, from United States President Donald Trump. In particular, the way he's claiming that he's the one who mediated, and his statement on the Kashmir issue as well. But if you compare the official stand of the Congress party with that of Shashi Tharoor, it looks like that, it's going in a completely different direction. And in fact, Mr. Tharoor has backed the government and the action of announcing ceasefire when we had the momentum, while taking on Pakistan. So he has spoken like the spokesperson of the government as well, and that has not gone down well within the Congress party, and that is why what we are given to understand through our sources that in the meeting yesterday, he was in fact questioned as to why he made certain statements that were made by him. So certainly, whether this will brew further trouble for the Congress party, or is it just, one instance where the senior leadership pulls up a certain leader for a certain kind of statement that needs to be seen. Back to you.
Thank you, Amit, giving us all those details. It will be difficult for Shashi Tharoor to explain himself. Congress has in fact distanced from all the statements being made by Shashi Tharoor with regards to Operation Sindoor.